Right fucking now! Fuck! So many fucking times! The fuck!
McDavid's going to be the greatest hockey player of all time when all is said and done.
Yep.
And he hasn't won anything. He's going to be 30. He's going to turn 30 and he hasn't won anything. It's like, it's fucking hilarious.
Been practicing my duck call all morning.
You could also put in a wah in there too. Quack and a cry.
It's kind of like, sounds like the Joker laugh as a duck.
You sound like the penguin in the old Batman series from the 60s. Yeah.
Sure, that works. I'll go with that. Well, they fucking we called it. We were due for this. I was watching Barn Burner the other day, and Lomberg threw a stat up there, and now it's up to 81. It was 79 a couple of days ago. The Ducks in the last 4 seasons or the Oilers in the last 4 seasons have played 81 playoff games. 81, dude. That's a lot of games. That's when you really think about that. That's a entire full season. That's a full extra season, and we're not talking, we're not talking Flames and garbage bag time playing under Jeff Ward playing handball every week. We're not talking regular season intensity. We're talking just high intensity. How many of those games were they trailing? How many of those series were they trailing? Yeah. And they're just it's not possible. It's not humanly possible to exert that much. And it's so much is weight on these two guys.
Exactly.
During that time. Yes, they had better teams. I mean, that was the one thing queuing this series up. I think we did a wonderful job queuing this series up.
Oh yeah,
because what we were saying, the chance of the Ducks beating them, right? Because it's going to come down to firepower and goaltending. Ingram, Jari, like they got slightly below average goaltending. Last night was no exception. A couple of those goals, fuck, man, you need to make a save. It's fucking elimination, but it's fucking Ingram. What do you expect?
Well, it's funny because I think Dostal, he played very well. He got yanked in game 5, but played awesome last night. And he had his moments and he had his big saves, but he didn't even play particularly well. There was a lot of stats out there where he was probably the second worst netminder in the first round, with the worst being Ingram in the Oilers pair. So it wasn't even like it's just like, and everybody sees this. Like I just don't get what the fuck McDavid's doing. And honestly, if he doesn't request trade this summer, I mean, at this point, he's asking for it. He's had 11 years to view this organization and continually fuck up the easiest assignment ever. And they're still doing it. I just it's insane that they're still doing it's incredible as a Flames fan to watch them. And now everybody else is kind of realizing it, obviously. It's like they pissed away the prime of the best player to ever play hockey. Just pissed it away. Why? Because they couldn't get a goalie. Insane, dude. Absolutely insane. So
for the longest time, it was depth. For the first 5-6 seasons. Remember when they got swept by Edmonton? It was like, see, you get 2 fucking players on your team. Then they work on the depth pieces. You saw it in the 2 runs they had. They had depth.
They had depth. And what did they do though? They let all those guys go.
It came down to defense. They shored up the defense finally. And then it comes down to goaltending at the end of the day now. And I don't think those 2 offer sheets, ooh.
Huge mistake.
I think have really set them back. I just don't see how they're going to get better as good as they were 2 seasons ago. Because did you see the segment from Biz last night?
Oh yeah.
He's talking, where's fucking the Connor Browns? Where's the fucking, they had Kane, they had Perry, they had Connor Brown.
Well, imagine even the 3 guys.
Fogle.
If they had Fogle, McLeod, and I know they have Savoy instead of McLeod now, but still, Fogle, McLeod, Broberg, Holloway, those 4 guys. Like that was what was so terrifying in that first finals run they went on. Was that speed. They were like, it wasn't just McDavid. It was like, holy fucking shit. I have never seen a team play 60 minutes at this pace. This is insane. If they had kept those guys around, like, man, I think the Panthers would have been hard up that second go around to beat them because they're so fast, so fast. So, they keep those 4 guys even, and maybe they even roll the dice with Skinner or whatever. Like, he's probably was a better option at the end of the day than whatever the fuck Jari and Ingram were doing. But it's just like the moves they made, and everybody called it other than the Edmonton people. Like did Trent Frederick play last night? Didn't he just sign like a 20-year deal? He didn't even play. He didn't even play on the worst Oilers team they've seen in like 3 years. So again, I can't understand how if you're McDavid, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to put up with this for 2 more years. Like, dude, you just have to say enough is enough. Like, you've watched this team and they say, oh, it's the managers. Well, it's the dummy who owns the team and it's people who's running the team. We keep hiring these idiots and we're loving it. We're like, Stan Bowman, right on, man.
Yeah.
Great. You know what? Great hire. Great person to bring in at what could be the tail end at the most key moment of McDavid's career where you need him to stay. Good job, guys. So it's truly like the most fucked up thing I think we've seen in the NHL in terms of the best player of an era not being able to win. Like, and I mean, you have Ovi in Washington, but that's a little different, I even think, because McDavid's on a different level than Ovi was then, I think. I think at that point, Ovi was like, yeah, he's one of the greats, but it wasn't like he's the greatest of all time. McDavid's going to be the greatest hockey player of all time when all is said and done.
Yep.
And he hasn't won anything. He's going to be 30. He's going to turn 30 and he hasn't won anything. It's fucking hilarious.
It's insane. You posted this last night. Let's just whip through this for comical relief. Jason Bourne predicted the Oilers in 5. Luke Fox, Oilers in 5. Eric Engels, Oilers in 6. Mark Spector, Oilers in 5. Eric Francis, Oilers in 6. Ian McIntyre, Oilers in 5. Sam Constantino, Oilers in 6. Jason Berkla, closest, Oilers in 7. Ryan Dixon, Oilers in 5. Matt Marchese, Oilers in 6. Mike Fuda, Oilers in 5. Anna Dua, Oilers in 6. Adam Vingan, Oilers in 6. Michael Amato, Oilers in 6. Wayne Scanglin, Oilers in 6. Emily Sadler, Oilers in 5. Sonny Sechdeva, Oilers in 6. Rory Boylan.
Rory, our boy.
Ducks in 6. We had one guy call
Rory knows ball. Oh, that's the sweetest part of all of it is the sweet tears, the sweet Ron. Did anybody check on Ron last night?
He wasn't even on the panel, I think.
He wasn't? Yeah, he probably booked it off because he knew they were toast and he couldn't handle it, eh?
No, I was watching booked in, but he couldn't stop fucking weeping. So they're like,
oh, my poem. He'll probably read his poem for Connor and Leon tonight on the broadcast tonight if he's working the game. Oh, I just wrote this poem from the heart. It's reminiscent of Lord Wilsworth's 1903 work.
The question will be how many Oilers references will Ron McLean still give us, even though they've been eliminated for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It'll be the Stanley Cup final. Minnesota.
I just want to show this one clip. It really reminds me of Leon Draisaitl in the corner.
Let's just go cut to McDavid in round. You remember when he gave Leon that look on the bench and then they kissed? Remember that? Wow. What an incredible show of leadership that was. That's just the sweetest part of all of this. That's why as Flames fans, we're just sitting here like waiting for the day when McDavid leaves and they don't win anything. And it's just like, what a day that's going to be because the amount of shit we've had to put up with for the last 10 fucking years. And so far we've come out of it unscathed. It's just, it's insane because maybe you guys remember, but like, and it's not even remember, the Oilers had 4 first overall picks. They've had 4 first overall picks. I saw some dummy on Twitter whining after the goal call, after the most uncontroversial goal call, probably of all time. And he's like, when is the league ever? As if the league would ever be in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. And Gould quote tweeted him. It was like they had 4 first overall picks in like 6 years. You chud. You chungus. What are you talking
The
about?
4th being fucking Connor McDavid.
The 4th being the best player to ever play. And also, they had to change the rule because of you guys. So, when has the league ever favored the Edmonton Oilers? So it's just like we've somehow come out of this. To me, it's already a win. Even if the Oilers somehow manage to scrape a good enough season together to win a cup in the next 2 years.
It just seems hard at this point to fathom, does it not?
It really does, based on McDavid's going to be 30, and we know he's still an incredible player, but
there's so much work to do on this roster.
There's just, you have to restart almost, don't you? Like, what do you have? You have nothing. You don't have a starting goaltender. I mean, you have Bouchard, I guess, but I think he's proving to not to be a number 1 defenseman. How old is Ekholm now? 50? I don't know, man. So it's like we've come out of this. We went into this thinking, it's Flames fans. We are going to have to eat this shit for like a decade, like cup, probably at least 2 cups. Fuck me. And we are still at 0. So,
well, and on top of all this,
ride, dude,
if you're looking at where the Oilers are sitting right now, and it's kind of like, man, it really does feel like the window is starting to close.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more window that is. It all depends on what happens with McDavid. But currently, simultaneously to that happening, you have the Ducks have arrived.
Yeah.
The Ducks are only going to be better next year than they were this year. So the Oilers are going to have to get through the Ducks and the Sharks. The Sharks are right there too. Yeah. 1 or 2 more seasons. It's just like I don't know. I don't know if it's really starting to shape up. Like that window seems to be closing, and you got these other potential fucking juggernauts arriving. Man, what if they have to play the Ducks again first round next season? Or the Sharks. Like it could be the same thing all over again. I mean, how do you? You're right. It's almost like they have to do a fucking major overhaul on the roster 11 years into having Connor McDavid.
They really do. Because, like, the Ducks aren't, like you said, they're not even, like, nobody expected them to win this series. Everyone, defense, but, like, they're an unbelievable young team with the core of players they have. And they haven't, like, guys like McQueen haven't even joined their team yet. Like, so they're just, like, holy cow. They haven't even come close to hitting their pinnacle. Over the next 2 to 3 years, if the Oilers have to go up against them, and, like, Celebrini's putting up 100 points as a teenager. And you kind of forget how fast, or maybe you don't forget, but like in the NHL, how fast teams can fall apart, how fast these teams who are so good, I mean, we experienced it, right? It was like one summer and we're done. It's like, we haven't sniffed the playoffs since. Our entire franchise fell apart. Vancouver, they went through that. I think, obviously when you have David, it's a totally different story, but these things can it's kind of like happens slowly and then suddenly, it's like, okay, they're not quite as good. And then it's like, oh, fuck, this team sucks. So, you look at that roster, you look at who's in charge. I guess maybe it depends. I don't know where you go from there. I think you have to replace the coach. Obviously, I would be replacing the general manager tomorrow, but again, you look at the age of all the core pieces on that team.
They're not going to replace the general manager, dude.
It's insane.
I don't think they're going to touch the coaching either. I think they're going to go after a goalie. But like, who are they going to get?
Dreisaitl's already 30.
You could make a big trade and go after someone like Soros or something. But I mean, he's at the end of his career too.
And again, what does that even really do though? Like the goaltending sucked, but they and I guess they were really banged up too. But again, like you said, when it's just these 2 guys and the rest of your lineup is pretty much shit.
Well, and they're aging.
I know, like Bouchard's going to be 27. How, like, freaking Ekholm's 35 already. So it's like this. We were talking about this last year about them kind of aging out soon, like looking for that. Looked like they were old and slow against the Ducks, who destroyed them in transit way faster. So I don't know, man. Like I wouldn't even know where to start with this if I was an NHL GM. It's like, what do you even do? Do you just? I guess you have to get a goalie, but like there's so many other areas of weakness, I think. But Maybe they should just let McDavid. Hey, he deserves it. He signed up for this. I know everyone, like we said last week, feeling sorry. I don't feel one fucking iota of compassion for this guy. If he has had over a decade to watch how this boneheaded organization runs itself, and he didn't have the foresight to do something like Matthew Tkachuk did and be like, yeah, you know what? I don't think so. Everybody clowns on us for, Tkachuk wanted to leave. It's like, yeah, he did, because the organization was not being run properly and in his favor. Well, he wanted to leave. Yeah, and it worked out great for him. Best decision of his life. So McDavid should have done the same. He should have done the same. And he's still stuck there now. So.
There was a little thing making its rounds on social media. There was some 10-year-old fan doing interviews while they were getting autographs.
Yeah.
He asked Connor, what's your favorite moment of your career? Four Nations goal.
Four Nations, the made-up tournament?
Bro, 11 seasons in. That's his favorite. That's all he's got. Four Nations goal.
Bro, I got to pull up this stat somewhere, because somebody just put up like his stats in elimination games in the NHL. I can't find it, but it's like in his career, like Erie Otters 2014-15 championship game, captain, loss, like no points or whatever. Team North America eliminated in the World Cup of Hockey. I mean, that was stupid. He shouldn't have been on that team. Obviously, in the two elimination games he's put up historic playoff numbers, but in the elimination games, hasn't been there. Elimination game in the Olympics. No, on the goal for the game, gold medal winning goal. What was he last night? -3 or something?
I rewatched the highlights last night. He's on for every single fucking Ducks goal, dude.
Yeah, was he -8 or something in this series? Was not good at all. So, dude, like, this guy's becoming a fucking loser.
This show is a presentation of Bet365. Hockey fans, check out Bet365's 3-goal early payout. When your team goes up 3, you get paid. It's that simple. Download the app today. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. Just a loser.
Just a loser. The one like big elimination moment he has, of course, is against us. So we'll suck that one up. And that I'm just glad. That's the thing. We can take a loss here, Like I was thinking about that during their little poo-poo pants during this goal controversy, which was like the most non-controversial thing ever. It's so funny because you called it after the game. You text me, you're like, I guarantee people are going to be complaining about the technology tomorrow, and there's going to be a push to like change the technology.
Now, finally,
after the Flames have been like screwed over for how many countless 25 years, the Flames score a goal and it's like
they don't do anything when it's a fucking game 6 Stanley Cup fucking winning goal goes over the goal line now.
So I don't know. We couldn't really tell. Parallax angle, you just got fooled.
It's the parallax.
Parallax angle. Oh, Sam Bennett scores a goal. Parallax angle. We don't have any cameras in the building or any puck tracking, but the Oilers, there's a controversial goal against the Oilers, and next day it's we need new technology. Goddamn, this cannot happen.
What if this was the Stanley Cup game-winning goal? What if
this is Game 6 in the Stanley Cup? Flames fans are over here like, yeah, just fucking imagine that.
You know what? That was probably my favorite moment. That's the highlight of the year for me. Is that the Oilers they lose a game on a goal where you can't tell if it fully went at the goal line. There's no conclusive. That was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It's just like you lost and you have to experience what we've experienced for how many fucking years.
That's average.
Remember last year, same thing.
Dude.
Like that game against Dallas, two games later against Utah. It's just like it's probably over the line, but there's no conclusive evidence. So
yeah, if we can't tell,
that'll cost them their playoff run. That one.
No calls for new technology. Then it's just shit luck in Calgary. Or like I just always go back to the bullshit Blake Coleman kick-in goal in Game 5, where it's like the least kicking motion I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Literally stopping.
Literally stopping. So it tastes good. And that's what I was going with that. Is like, at least we can handle it. We can handle a loss. bitter. We're not crybaby poopy pants. It's not fair. That's the problem with these Oilers fans. It's not fair. It's not. Yes, it's not fair that you got to pick 4 times in the first overall.
You have the best
6
player.
years.
I'm going to say Wayne Gretzky's still the best player of all time. Second best player of all time. And
Gretzky
you have the first best player of all time.
Yeah.
So get the fuck out of here with fair.
So, yeah, exactly. Fuck off with fair. We've never picked top 3. Fuck off with fair. Our best player in franchise history never won a Stanley Cup because of idiots in our organization. So don't talk to me about fair. But yeah, it's just like fair. What do you mean fair? Get the fuck out of here with your. It's not fair. We can handle it. We can take it. They can never seem to handle or take it. So that's the difference between Flames fans and Oilers fans. We can take a loss. You know, that's people. They always clown us for your team sucks. It's like, we know it sucks. You know, that's why we're demanding for better. But they just think they're the best because it's like the rich kid who's just given everything and thinks he's earned shit. You haven't earned shit, buddy. So maybe have some freaking
Imagine
humility.
if we had Connor McDavid the last 10 years.
Dude, come on. Any team other than the Oilers would have won a Stanley Cup with McDavid on their roster. I guarantee even the Flames would have been able to not mismanage this so poorly. That's what I was going to say. I think Gretzky was like...
Even Brad Tree Living couldn't have.
Even Tree Living could. That's a tap-in. That's beyond a tap-in. That's like the balls in the hole. It's crazy. Gretzky had what? Already won 4 cups? Like 3 years before, like at 27 or something? 3 years younger than McDavid.
It's only tougher now at this stage. We saw it this year because I mean we've been talking about all season long. It's just like he's obviously a freak of nature. Both of them are. But you're like, at some fucking point, it's gotta catch up, right? Yeah. I mean, how many hundreds of games in the last 10 plus seasons have they been triple shifted?
Yeah, because
they're behind and then they pull off a win. And that's just the microcosm of the macrocosm. It's just like the amount of hockey that they've played, and then factor in the minutes on top of that, and trailing minutes on top of that. And okay, you guys have to go out and do everything one more time, minutes on top of that. And then the Olympics and Four Nations. It's just like, unless he's actually a fucking cyborg, which I'm pretty sure he's not, it's going to fucking catch up with you. And you factor in the mismanagement, the boneheaded decisions. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do it, man.
It's looking less and less likely with every passing
I'm
day.
The least worried I've been.
Yeah, me too. It's like we've been through, and they could still do it, obviously, because again, like you said, he's freakazoid. But it's like, it feels like we've been. Well, he's been through his prime.
Nugent Hopkins now.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
he's going to be 1 year older next year. And sure, he made a couple plays leading to goals this series, but it's never like, fuck, he was a beast that game. Hyman, he's been through how many injuries? He's going to be 1 year older. That Pod Cole's in captain. How many goals have these guys scored in this series? They're the 2 best players.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. At this point, like I said, we were expecting to be eating our fucking lunch as Flames fans for 10 years, like cup after cup, and we're still at 0.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.